Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode from the Board Game Man. Now today, in this episode, if you are into drafting and you also like dinosaurs, then this is the game for you. It is called Draftosaurus by Ankama Games. This is a 2 to 5 player game, ages 8 and up. And in this game what you're doing is it's similar to Sushi Go if you played that game where you draft. You start off with 6 dinosaurs in your hand. You take one, you place it on your board, you pass them to the next player. And you keep doing so until all 6 dinosaurs are placed on the board. Then you have a second round where you do the same thing. You draw 6 dinosaurs blindly out of the bag, you choose one, and so on. And I'll go over all the points and stuff. I'll show you all that stuff on the gamer's table. And it's also a 2-sided board. So one side is summer, and you flip it over, and it's the winter side. So some players, you play 2 rounds on one side, you end the game. Or if you want to play a little more, you can play 2 rounds on one side, flip it upside down to the winter side, and then have 2 rounds there, and whoever has the grand total after all 4 rounds on both sides of the board wins the game. It's a great game. I found this on BGA, BoardGameArena.com. That's where I actually learned how to play it. And then I saw that it was out, and I found it over at Barnes & Noble. Great, great little game. So let's head on over to the gamer's table right now, and I'll show you how to play Draftosaurus. Alrighty, here we go with Draftosaurus. I'm going to open this up and I'll show you all the components in the game. You can see you have all the different dinosaurs in here, all the different colors. And then you also have the die, which I'll take out of here. I'll show you that. This is the cool little white bag that you're going to place all the dinosaurs in. You also have the rule book. Here is a very well done rule book, very easy to understand, and all sorts of pictures and diagrams. You'll be able to play this game pretty quickly as soon as you go over the rules. And here are the game boards. Now here is the 2-sided boards I was telling you about in the intro. And you can see here is the summertime, and then you flip it over, and it is winter time. So that is really, really cool. You can play both sides, you can play one side, whatever you decide to play. And that, my friends, is the components. Now let me go ahead and show you the die. There's also a die in here too. Let me go ahead and take these out. You can see this is brand new. I recently picked this up. And here's the die. It's a nice wooden die. They did a really, really great job on it. It looks really nice. It's indented. It's not painted on there, which is nice. That's always nice to see. So, okay, let's go ahead and get this thing set up. Okay, go ahead and set this up for a 2-player game. Each player will receive one of these boards. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go over each one of these pits and how they score. But first and foremost, each player is going to go ahead and randomly draw 6 dinosaurs out of the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll say that's the first player's dinosaurs. And then the second player will pull 6 dinosaurs out of the bag. There we go. Okay. Put that aside. And let me go over the board and so I can show you how points are accumulated. Now you can see the first pen here. The official name for it is called the Forest of Sameness. And what you're doing is, you can see the little equal sign here, is you have to put all the same species dinosaur in this pen. And you can see the more you get in there, the more points you get. So let's just say, for instance, this is a good example. We got 3 pink ones here. Just say you're out and you're drafting and you're getting all these, and you end up having 3 of the same dinosaur in this pen. You can see the bottom number here after the third one would be 8. So you would score 8 points for this pen right here. If you only had 2, you would get 4 points, and so on. Okay, that's how that scoring goes. All right. Now this one is called the Woody Trio. And in this pen, what happens, all you need to do is put 3 dinosaurs in there. That's it. They don't have to be the same. They can be all different. You can have 2 of one and 1 of another. It doesn't matter. If you put 3 dinosaurs, period, in this pen, you will receive 7 points. Okay? Now this pen down here, it is called the Prairie of Love. And what you're doing in this one is, if you put 2 of the same species dinosaur in here, you will receive 5 points. Simple as that. You can put 2 pairs in there and you get 5 points for each. So say you had to blue to yellow, well, that's 10 points. You get 8 for each pair. That is the same. They must be the same species. Okay. Now you come over here in this section here. This is called Solitary Island. Now in this pen here, whatever color dinosaur you put in there, you cannot have that colored dinosaur anywhere else on your board. So say you put, as an example, say you put a T-Rex in here. No other T-Rexes can show up in any of these pens. That's why it's called Solitary Island. If you are successful in that, and you don't have any more of that dinosaur, only right here, then you will receive 7 points for that. You have this here. This is called the Meadow of Differences. It's just about the same as this one, but this one, each dinosaur must be different. So for instance, say you put a blue one here, and then you have to put a green one here, and then you'll put a purple one here, and then you put an orange one here. See right there, those are 4 different kinds of dinosaurs. If you were to do that, you get 10 points. 3 of them, you get 6 points, and so on. But all the dinosaurs must be different in that pen. You can go up to 21 points here and 24 points here if you're able to actually fill these up. So that's some major points there if you're able to do that. Okay? That's what that is. Now this one here, this small little one up here, is called King of the Jungle. And whatever dinosaur you choose to place in this one, you must have more of this dinosaur than any other player. So say I put the T-Rex in here, okay, and I had 3 T-Rexes on my board. Everyone else has to have less than that in order for you to get points. The 7 points for it. That's what the 7 points is for. If you choose a dinosaur, that color dinosaur, and you have the most out of everybody else, you would get 7 points. Now you have this little T-Rex up here. It says 1 point here. What this is, it's like a little bonus point. For every T-Rex, for every bin that you have a T-Rex in, for every pen, you will get 1 bonus point. Okay? Let's just say you have, we didn't choose any T-Rexes. The T-Rexes are red. I know these orange ones look just like a T-Rex, but it's the red ones. So let me go ahead and show you what a T-Rex looks like here. Here we go. It's the red one. This is the T-Rex right here. Okay. So let's just say, let me grab a couple of them out of here. Okay, looks like so. Let's just say you had a T-Rex here, you had a T-Rex here, and you'd have a T-Rex here. Okay. You would get the 3 bonus points because you had them in 3 different pens. Say you had it like this, then you get 2 bonus points. You get 1. Now, if you have multiple ones, it does not count twice. Okay. It's only 1 per pen that you get 1 extra point for. Okay? That's how that works. And that is the summer side of the board. That's pretty much how it goes. What you do is you do a round of 6, you pass them around, then you do a second round, and you do 6 again. So at the end of the game, you'll have 12 dinosaurs total on your board. Now let's not forget about the river. The river is kind of like a default area. Say the roll, and I'll go over the die too. This is very important too. I'll go over that next. And say someone rolled something on the die and you're not allowed to place it anywhere in an area that you don't want to choose, you can always put it here. This is like your default area. You get 1 point for every dinosaur you place in the river. Okay? And let me go over the die and it'll make a little more sense to you why that happens. Now this is the die. Let me go over the die and what the die does. You have all these different shapes on here, and what they are is, let's just say you roll the forest, okay? If the person that rolls the die rolls the forest, and you can see these are the forest areas. You can see these are with all the trees around them. So the person that rolls the die, everybody but the person that rolled it needs to place a dinosaur in one of these 3 spots, okay? Now the person that rolls the die can put their dinosaur anywhere that they want, okay? So that's the pretty cool thing about rolling the die, is you don't have to follow the rules where everybody else has to follow the rule that you put on there. So the tree, the forest mean in these forest areas. Okay? Here's this area here. This is the rocky area, so you're going to choose one of these 3 areas. Okay? That's where you place the die, or the dinosaur. This is the little restroom icon. You can see this little restroom icon here, so you have to place a dinosaur in any one of these on this side. Same with the coffee cup. There it is. The coffee cup is over here. You can place one dinosaur in this area here, in any one of these three. Okay? Then you also have this little paw mark here. And this is one where you need to place a dinosaur in an empty pen. So let's just say you had one here, and then you had one here, and let's say you had one over here. And if you were at this, then the only spaces you're allowed to place a dinosaur now is either this pen. You can always go to the river. That's always an opportunity. You can always place one in the river, regardless of what the die rolls. Or you can put here. So there's only 3 areas. If this was the case, only in those 3 spots. The last one is the little T-Rex. And what this one means is you can place a dinosaur anywhere on your board except in a pen with a T-Rex. So in this case, if you had a T-Rex sitting in here, let me grab another T-Rex here. I'm going to grab a couple of them here. So let's just say you had a T-Rex here, and you had a T-Rex here. Then you would have to be able to put it in any one of these 4 spaces, and not in a pen with a T-Rex. So you can see how sometimes that can kind of mess you up when you're trying to do something. But like I said, you always have the river as a default that you can go to. Anytime you roll anything, you can always put the dinosaur in there. It's only 1 point apiece. It can really hurt trying, because you only put 12 dinosaurs on here. It goes by like this very quickly. And so you don't want to try to put too many in here because it's only 1 point apiece when you have 7 points here and 5 points here. And you have 24, 21, 7. Putting one little dinosaur in there, that might help your game out in some instances. But you don't want to be too much trying to get them there. I try to avoid the river, honestly, when I play. I really try, unless it really messes up something I'm trying to do. Okay, so that is what the die is for. So, and like I said, the player that rolls the die is the only one that does not have to follow his instructions because he rolled it. And it goes from person to person, player to player. They roll the die. They can put it anywhere they want. Every other player has to abide by the rule that's on the die. Now, let's flip over to the winter side. Here is the winter side of the board. This side's kind of pretty cool, too. This is pretty awesome. Let's go over here. So what we have here is this is the well-ordered wood, this one here. Now, you can see this is every other, you have 2 different species, and you have to alternate them. So let's say you had orange, green, you have to go orange, green, like that. Every other one is the same. You know, this is a pretty cool one, actually. This is really nice. But you can see you can score up to 24 points if you're able to put 3 of each dinosaur, 2 different dinosaurs in there. Okay? So you can see it says 2 of not the 2 not the same. That's so you have to go alternate them. So you go, you know, like I said, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. That's how you have to do it. Okay? This one, this is a pretty cool one. This is called the Lover's Bridge. Now, this is very similar to this one, okay, when you put 2 of the same in there. It's the same concept in this one, but you're putting them on opposite sides of the bridge. It's the Lover's Bridge. So, for instance, if you have a T-Rex here and a T-Rex here, that constitutes 6 points. So every time you have 2 dinosaurs that are apart from each other on the Lover's Bridge, you'll get 6 points for each one. Same if you put a blue and a blue here, then you would get 12 points. You can put as many as you can on there, as long as they're on the opposite ends. You cannot do this. That will not count. They have to be on the opposite ends of the bridge. Okay? That's how that works. You also have this little area down here, and this is called the quarantine zone. What happens here, this is actually kind of cool. If you only place 1 dinosaur here, that's it. Okay? Whatever dinosaur you place in here, at the end of the game, you get to place that dinosaur anywhere on your board. So that is pretty cool. So you don't get necessarily any points for this. But it's like you're kind of putting it on the side, like, okay, I want to keep this off to the side, and I might want to place it somewhere else on here, but I'm not sure yet. So at the very end of the game, that's when you get to take that dinosaur out and place it anywhere that you can try to get some more points with. Okay, so that's that one. And then you have, up here, this is the lookout. This pen can only hold 1 dinosaur. And at the end of the game, it brings in 2 victory points for each dinosaur in the zoo of the player on your right. That is of the same species of the one in your pen. So that's the interesting one here. And like I said, let me go over that again. It says, at the end of the game, it brings in 2 victory points for each dinosaur in the zoo of the player on your right. So let's just say you got a T-Rex sitting in here, and the other player, let's just say had 4 T-Rexes in their zoo. then you'll actually get 2 points for every one of their T-Rexes. So that would be pretty cool. So if your player on your right had 4 T-Rexes and you get 2 points for each one of them, you put a T-Rex, you get 8 points. So that actually incorporates your player on your right. So that's actually kind of a cool little thing that they thought about. That's really awesome. Now you got this one down here. This is a big one. It's called the pyramid. Now in this one, you can have, you can't have dinosaurs that are adjacent to each other that are the same. So that's very interesting. So for instance, you can have a T-Rex sitting here, okay? So you have a green one sitting here, okay? You can also have a T-Rex sitting here because they are not adjacent. But when it comes to the green one or the red one, you cannot put a green or red here, and you can't put a green or red here. You got to be very careful about that. So let's just say you put a blue one here, that would be legal. Let's just say you put an orange one here, that would be legal. And now the only one this one can't be are orange and blue because they're adjacent to it. So if you wanted to, you could put another green one here. That would be totally legal because it's not adjacent to the other green one. And that's how that works. Now, point-wise, you can see on the bottom, you get 2 points for each dinosaur you have in the bottom row, 4 points for each dinosaur in this row, and if you end up making it up here, you can do 7 points for this one. Now, you have to start on the bottom. You can't just put it up here to start. You must have them on the bottom. Now, it does not matter which 3 you start with. Okay? Doesn't matter. You can place one here and then place one here. I mean, you know what I mean? You have to finish the bottom first before you bring up here. So that's the pyramid there. So as long as the dinosaurs are not adjacent to each other, you're good to go. Okay? And that is how that works. And then you also have the river on this side too. So you can also, default if you need I don't know where else to put this dinosaur. Or maybe you have a dinosaur in every pen, and then they roll the die and say you have to place a dinosaur in a pen that doesn't have a dinosaur in it. Well, that might be the only place you can put it is the river. And in this side, it also goes for the T-Rex. You get 1 bonus point for every T-Rex you have in a pen, just like on the other side as well. And that is how you play Draftosaurus. Let's go ahead and do I'll do a quick little couple turns here so we can show how this works. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and say this is the first player. They're going to go ahead and roll the die. First player rolls the restrooms. Now, obviously, the first player can put their dinosaur anywhere they want. Okay? So let's just say he's going to say, okay, I'm going to put my T-Rex. Let's see, I'm going to put him right in here. Okay? So he puts it in here. Now, this player over here must abide by the restroom. It's going to be on this side. Let's see, he puts his purple one. He's going to go ahead and place it right here. Place it right there. And then we're going to go ahead and do the switcheroo. This player is going to give him these. This player is going to give him these. And then now it's the second player's turn to roll the die. Okay, we got the rock area. So it's going to be these 3 places right here. Now, like I said earlier, player 2 can place it anywhere on their board. So I'm going to go ahead and place this here. Okay. And now this player over here must choose one of these 3. So let's just say he places the purple dinosaur here. Okay. That's legal. Okay. So now we're going to do the drafting. This player gets these. This player gets these. Okay. And now it goes to player 1. They're going to roll the die. And it's the rock formation. So now, once again, he can place this anywhere he wants. He definitely wants to go here. Now he's got 5 points for this because now he's got 2 of the same dinosaur in there. He's going to get 5 points for this. Okay. This one has to go on either one of these. Okay. He's going to go ahead and get this orange dinosaur and place it in here. And the differences pen. Now he has 3 different ones in there. And now we're done with that round. So he's going to go ahead and player 1 is going to bring this over here. Player 2 is going to bring this over here. And now player 2 is going to go ahead and roll the die. Like coffee. Okay, so player 2 can place it anywhere they want. He's going to place this blue dinosaur right here. So now he's got 4 different ones. He's up to 10 points in that one, okay? And on this side, obviously the coffee is on this side, so he has to choose any one of these on this side. So let's just say he's going to go ahead and choose the orange and puts it in here. Okay? This player gets these. This player gets these. And now player gets to roll. And, oh, it is a pen without a dinosaur in it. Okay? That is this one. So, let's see here. This is pretty easy for both players. This is pretty open. You can pretty much, especially for him, he's only got dinosaurs in one pen. So let's just say he does. Let's see. He's gonna look and go. I'm gonna put this here. This player is gonna say, okay, so he can't put it in this one, or this one. He's gonna put it in this one here. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and try that one. Of course, that's the one that he does now. He doesn't want any more green dinosaurs on his board because this is the solitary island. Okay, so he doesn't want any more in there. Okay, so now we're gonna switch dinosaurs one last time. 2 rolls the die. It is a forest. Okay, so the player 1 needs to put it in any one of these 3. He's going to go ahead and play this one, and then this player is going to go ahead and place. He's going to go ahead and place it in the forest too. He's going to place it right in here. Okay, and that ends your first round. Okay, that's the end of the first round, and now you're going to go to the second round. So each player, once again, is going to grab 6 dinosaurs out of the bag. Here we go. There's 6 for that player. And 6. Gee, where's 6? 6 for this player. Okay. And then you're going to do it over again. You're going to, each player 1 is going to go ahead and roll the die again. He rolls the coffee cup. So player 2 must abide by the coffee cup and go anyone on this side. Obviously, he's going to pick up the purple dinosaur because this is the sameness pen. He's going to go ahead and put that in here. And of course, player 1 can put anything and anywhere. He's going to put this purple dinosaur right in here too. And there we go. And now he's got 4 points going on there. Each player is going to do the switcheroo. They're going to do the drafting. Okay. Now player 2 is going to roll the die. And player 2 rolls the rock. Okay. So now player 1 needs to put it in any one of these. Okay. Obviously he does not want this one because that's a solitary island. He wants to stay away from that green if he can. Okay. He doesn't have any purples to put in here, unfortunately. He can put a second dinosaur in here if he wants. Oh no, I'm sorry. The rock. He must be in these 3. My bad. Almost forgot about that. So he must abide by any one of these. So let's see what he wants to do. Any one of these 3. He's going to probably, he doesn't want to pick the green. He's going to pick the orange. He's going to go ahead and place it in here because this is the Island of Differences here. This is the difference one. So he's going to put that here. There we go. And then player 2, he can place it anywhere he wants. He's going to go ahead and place a yellow one right in here. And now he's got 5 different dinosaurs in there. Now we've got some major points over here. He's up to 15 points over here. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Player 1's going to roll the die. He rolls the restroom. So now it's going to be anywhere on this side. So player 2 has to abide by that. And let's see. He's going to choose yellow dinosaur for here. Now this player is going to look at this and say, okay, well, let's see. I want to make sure I don't give him this yellow dinosaur because he gets another one there. He's going to make 5 points on this. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. He goes ahead and takes it because player 1 can place it anywhere he wants because he rolled the die. He's going to place it right here. So now he's got 3 different dinosaurs in the pen of differences. So we're going to do the switcheroo, switcheroo. Now player 2 is going to roll the die, and we got, ooh, okay, a pen without a T-Rex. You know what? We've only had 2 T-Rexes this whole time. So it's going to be pretty open for both players. So and you can do a T-Rex if you want. Yeah. So you can place a T-Rex anywhere that's not a T-Rex. So even if you have a T-Rex in your hand, you can still place it on the board. Okay? As long as there's not another T-Rex in that same pen. Okay? Actually, that is perfect. He is going to go ahead and do this. Now he's got all 6. That is some major points there. So now, the only place he cannot place this is in this, which he probably doesn't want to do anyway. He doesn't want to use the green. He's going to use the blue and place it in here. Here we go. Couple rounds to go here. Player 1's going to roll the die. And we got the forest area. So player 2 has to abide by the forest. He's going to go ahead and place the green one right here. Okay. And now he can place this anywhere he wants. Wherever he chooses. He wants to stay away from that green one. He's going to go ahead and place the blue one right in here. Okay. And we got the last roll here. Player 2 is going to roll the last one. It's the restroom side. So player 1 has to choose anywhere over here. He can't place it here, and he can't place it there. So the only place he can play it is the king of the jungle right there. Okay? And then he's going to place this green one. He might as well just place this. Let's see where he's going to place. He doesn't want to place it here because it's solitary island. He's going to go ahead and place it right here, the king of the jungle. All right? And there is the end of the game if you want to play one side only. Now this is how the scoring works here. What you're going to see is you have 4 points for here. Okay. Now does he have the most? Let's see. He has 1 in here, but this player has 2. Okay. So he does not get the 7 points for this because this player has more than he does. So he does not get the 7 points for this one. He did not complete 3 dinosaurs in this pen. He only had 2, so he does not get the 7 points. This one, he goes up, he has 4 dinosaurs in the Island of Differences, so he gets 10 points for that. He also gets 5 points for the 2 T-Rexes, okay? And that is in the Prairie of Love, so he gets 5 points for here. And then you also have the Solitary Island. He does not have any other green dinosaurs in there, so he will get the 7 points for that. That's how you score. You go over to this player here. He's got 4 points for the sameness. Let's see, the King of the Jungle. He's got 2. He's got 3 of them in there because you do count this dinosaur too. He has 3. Well, this guy only has 1. So he gets the 7 points for that King of the Jungle. He has more than any other player. You look over here. He only got 2 dinosaurs in there and didn't get the full 3, so he gets 0 points for this. Here's the major one. He got every dinosaur in there. He got 21 points. All 6 dinosaurs are different. He failed to complete the Love. What was it called again? The Prairie of Love. He only got 1 in there, so he gets no points for this. There's none in the river, and he did not put any in the Solitary Island. Okay, so for this player, he got 21 plus 4 is 5 plus 7. That is 32 points. So 32 points, but then you have 1 extra point for every T-Rex he has in there. He has 1 T-Rex in there. All right, so let's count that again. We got 4 and 7 is 11 plus 21. What is that? 32. And then the extra point for that. So he has 33 points over here. You're going to look over here. He's got 4 points here. He did not get this. He did not get this. But he got 10 here. It's 14 points. Another 5 is 19 points. He did get this. So that's 26 points. And he has 1 here. And that's it. So that'd be 27 points. So player 1 would win 33 to 27. And that is how to play Draftosaurus. And like you say, a lot of times if you just want to play 2 rounds on the one side, you can. But if you want to, you can erase all the dinosaurs, keep tabs of what your scores were, put all the dinosaurs back in the bag, and you flip it over, and you can play the winter side. Now let me go over how many dinosaurs you have per players, because it does matter. So if you have 2 players, you're going to have 2 dinosaurs of each species that are left in the box. So you're going to take 2 of each dinosaurs and take them out of the game. If you have 3 players, you have 4 dinosaurs of each species that are left in the box. Okay, so we'll take 4 of them out. And 5 players, all the dinosaurs in the box are used. So all 60 will go in the bag. So it really depends on how many players you have in the game, how many dinosaurs stay in the game. Well, I hope you enjoyed how to play Draftosaurus. Like I said, this is a very fun game, really cool. I don't know, it takes about 15-20 minutes to play. But it might take a little longer obviously if you do both sides, which I recommend you do both sides. It's a little more fun that way, unless you're in a super rush, which I doubt you are if you're playing games. And there you have it. There's Draftosaurus. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. If you do, like the episode, and put some comments down below if you own the game, and if you like it or dislike it, or if you've never even heard of this game, or you've seen it but you're not sure how to play it, and now you feel comfortable that now you know how to play it. I definitely want to hear from you. If you would comment down below as well. And if you're not a subscriber, feel free to click on that subscribe button. I love to see subscribers. So thank you so much, my friends and subscribers. Thank you for watching Draftosaurus.